Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Hello and welcome to another exciting video. In this one, we'll be introducing ourselves to iterators in Rust. Iterators allow you to traverse through collections such as arrays, vectors, or anything that can be iterated over in a memory efficient and expressive way. Iterators are lazy, meaning they don't actually perform any work until you explicitly ask them to. You can manually control how to iterate through items, and Rust provides tools like iter methods to easily create iterators for collections. Let's start by understanding iterators using the next method and iterator method. So first thing that we will be doing is we'll be exploring how to manually call the next method. Now for this, we'll be creating a vector and then we'll be creating an iterator for that vector using the iter method. So here, let's go ahead and do that. We'll say let numbers equals vector, and we have three numbers in it, 10, 20, and 30. And now we'll be creating a mutable iterator. So we have numbers.iter. Now, once we have the iterator, we can manually call next to get each element one by one. So here, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll be printing each number using the iter.next method. So you can see that we have three elements in the vector. We'll be making use of three println statements to print each one of them. And finally, the last one that we have, if we don't have any number left in the vector or the iterator, in that case, it's going to return none. So here, if I save this and execute it using cargo run, you'll notice that it's printing some 10, some 20, some 30, and then none. That's what we have in our comments as well. So when you create an iterator and you call next method to retrieve items one at a time, each call to the next either returns some item as we have seen or none if the iteration is complete. So numbers.iterator creates an iterator over the vector's number, and when we manually call next method on that iterator, it returns some item if an element is available or none if the iterator is exhausted. Now let's go ahead and make use of the iter method and print this as a loop. So for that, let's take another example, and we'll be this time directly creating the iterator, and we'll be printing each one of the items in the vector. So here, let's go ahead and create one more vector called fruits, and we have three items in it, apple, banana, and orange. And now we will be creating an iterator and we'll use it with a for loop. So here we are saying for fruits in fruits.iter. So we are again using the same iter method, and along with the for loop, we can just loop through each item that we have in the fruits vector. You'll notice that it says I like apple, I like banana, I like orange. So now that we have made use of the iterator method, creates an iterator over the fruits vector, and the for loop automatically calls .next behind the scenes for each element. So you don't have to manually make use of the next method, and the loop continues until the iterator returns none. Now let's go ahead and explore it a bit further. And this time around, we'll be introducing ourselves to another method, which is into_iter. Now, this is basically used to change ownership. So when we are making use of the iter method, it borrows the values. So the original collection remains unchanged. If you want to take ownership of the values and consume the collection, you use into_iter. So how to do that? It's pretty simple. All you need to do is the same numbers vector will take into account, and this time around here, instead of using the iter, you can just go ahead and make use of the for loop on the numbers and use into_iter. Print this out from here and paste it over here just after the for loop. You'll see that here from line number 107 to line number 110 will get an error. So here numbers is no longer valid because it's been consumed. So here, let's clear the screen and do a cargo run. And there you go. So you can see that it says cannot move out of numbers because it is borrowed, and you're getting an error on these line numbers 107 as I mentioned. So if I just comment out this one and save this, clear it, and then rerun the cargo run command, there you go. You have the output 10, 20, and 30, and then we have the output for the next set, that's fruits. I like apple, banana, and orange. So to conclude, Rust's iterators allow you to easily and efficiently work with collections. By calling next method manually, you can see how an iterator works under the hood, but in most cases, you'll want to use more convenient forms like the iter method and for loops to automatically handle iteration for you. By understanding the basics of iterators, you gain the ability to iterate over any collection in a clean and efficient manner in Rust. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.